What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation, because we've been gone for a little bit. It has been an interesting month for me in particular. So, first things first, I'm Jason the X. Thank you guys for joining us out there. We appreciate you watching. Sorry we've been away over there at the table. My best friend, who I have not seen in a little bit, Cora.
Yo.
Cora has not been allowed over here to the house because nobody was.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I did come over before.
We thought. That was like, that was Becky. Becky had started the show like the next day.
Yeah.
I was really worried for you. Anyway, so my daughter is very young. She's not eligible for the vaccine, and she caught COVID on Friday. The Friday that I was on the floor for Dallas Fan Expo. I just got there with Nate and Bryce, and my wife calls me. She says, Liz is showing signs of COVID. We didn't know at the time, but I knew I had to get off the floor. Couldn't take the chance, so I left immediately. I'd only been there for like an hour and a half. Maybe got some footage, barely did anything I wanted to do. Took off. We found out later that weekend, we got a rapid test and a slow test, and she had COVID. Confirmed. So Liz got over it pretty quick, but then like the next, like after she started getting over it, then Becky caught it. And Becky is vaccinated, and honestly, this is one of those cases where I'm glad my wife was vaccinated.
Yeah.
Because I think this would have like really messed her up. Because she was down like she had the flu for a couple days. But she is better now. Her sense of taste has come back.
Oh, good.
Yes.
So if I bring you more baked goods, she can actually eat them and enjoy them.
Yes. So yeah, we tore up the banana bread. Anyway, the sad thing is, well, not sad thing. She was kind of like berating me because I never caught it. Because I am invincible. Can't get me, baby. Can't get me, COVID. COVID, you raggedy bitch. You can't get me.
Tomorrow, we're going to be making an announcement on the Facebook page as soon as Jason gets COVID.
I'm not going to get it. I think my wife was like slightly upset that after all of my exposure to her and Liz, that I didn't catch it. She was like, "You going to get it." I'm like, "What the? You don't wish shit like that." But I didn't catch it, and I had several tests done during this time because she was like, "I coughed, go get a test." Got the sniffles, go get a test. Man.
She was just wanting that positive.
Kudos to these women at the hospital, but that thing goes so far up your nose, it could tell you what was on your mind. I mean, it is like, and she was like, "Okay, well, wait a second." I'm like, "Let's just do the other one now. Let's just go.
Let's go.
I'm already in pain. You know, one nostril is going to hurt as much as the other." So, yeah, never caught it, which I guess just, I am the one. Y'all want my antibodies. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, wait, I don't have antibodies. I didn't catch it. Anyway, so that's what happened. So in case you wonder why everything slowed down around here, that's why, of course, I wasn't going to let any member of the crew come over here. With Liz, we could sequester her off in a room, and it was cool and everything. But after Becky caught it after being vaccinated, I was like, we gotta stop it at the source. So yeah, so that's what happened. Sorry, there's no Fan Expo footage. There isn't, and yes, of course, D&D had to stop. But good news on that, D&D will be back this Saturday. All things, I think. Kat is under the weather, but not COVID related.
Yeah, so it's something unrelated to COVID.
We'll keep you apprised of her condition. Cass would have actually been over here, but I wasn't clear enough, and I do.
It's okay. I still love you.
It's cool. It's more my fault than hers. But yeah, we will be back doing some D&D. But yes, that is everything that I wanted to... Sorry, I was looking at... You got your story, and it brought up like other things I need to buy. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later in the news. And we do want to talk about some of like the best things this week. I wanted to talk about some of the best things. Like last weekend and on supercoolnerdshow.com, I did post a review of Venom, Let There Be Carnage. This was better than the first one, honestly.
Sorry. I just remember all of the memes on Twitter, and it was just like tentacle porn the movie.
Oh yeah.
It is.
I mean, no one gets like penetrated.
Is it implied?
Well, in a sexual way. No one gets penetrated in a sexual way. It's clearly a murderous way.
Is it implied?
No, it's not even implied. It is. There is nothing sexual in what happens in this movie.
Darn.
As far as what Carnage is like. Carnage is one of the most powerful symbiotes.
Oh yeah.
And holy crap! Like there were parts of this movie I was like, this is a horror movie. Ooh. I mean, it's Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's a great actor, and it was really good. Please stay till the end of both credits. There's a lot that they hinted on in this movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it though.
Okay.
And I would like to say that it's not just a good movie, it establishes itself. Ooh. It may be too early to talk spoilers. I might do a video spoiler later. I don't want to just do a write-up on it.
Yeah. I mean, it just came out, so.
Yeah, but super good. Totally enjoyed it. But also, did you ever watch any of the What We Do in the Shadows?
I watched the original documentary.
I never watched that
mockumentary. It's okay if you enjoy the TV show, because it is amazing.
I love this show.
Please go back and watch the original mockumentary with everyone, basically with Flight of the Conchords. It's so good. It's one of my favorite movies, honestly. Because I mean, the whole premise of having just vampires in a modern society, they just don't know how to work it.
I'm loving this show on Hulu. Like, I actually, with everything that was happening around here, I kind of forgot, I missed out on 2 weeks of it, so, yes.
So you got to catch up on it a little bit.
This is some great TV.
Yeah.
And, there's going to be some more great TV coming out, too, that we're going to talk about. We're excited, folks. We're excited. Oh, and I did want to make one more announcement. Bringing something back to the channel that's been missing. We will be doing picks from the rack again. I'm working on the format, working on a new intro for it.
Ooh.
But we will be talking comics, and I do want to send a special shout out to Zeus Comics, which is right down the road from where I work now. Richard is a great guy over there. But before I get on too much, one of the best books this week.
Ooh.
This book has caused me to realize something, honestly, that I realized actually a couple weeks ago. I always said that there were 3 heroes I like: Captain America, Snake Eyes, and I used to say Green Lantern because Kyle Rayner. Mm-hmm. Honestly, my favorite DC character is Wonder Woman.
Hell yeah.
It's one of those things I've come to realize. Like, I've always liked Diana. Like, I'm the OG Linda Carter. Boyhood crush. Anyway. But Wonder Woman is probably the most badass character in the DC universe. Of course she's my favorite. So
yeah.
But yeah, there's some good reads this week. Real quick, got the Wonder Woman 80th anniversary, Spider-Man number 75. Very good. The Amazing Spider-Man 75, because there's so many out there. Also, this Excalibur cover. Weebs everywhere.
Ooh.
Just look at this. Look at this.
Oh my... Wait, hold on. I need to see that really quick.
Here you go.
Because I saw my boy Gambit, and I need to stare at anime Gambit for a minute.
Of course, everything else was mutant related this week. Hellions, New Mutants, but new title from Dynamite Comics that y'all might want to check out: Jennifer Blood.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Gratuitous, but in a good way. I might be sticking with this. It's kind of like a very cool Black Widow character. I haven't quite finished that one. I had to read all my staples first. But yes, it is a comic thing that has come back. I had to get this cover because I knew I had to show it. So yeah, of course the artwork inside isn't that, but
yeah, the artwork inside's still really good though.
Oh yeah, totally. I think that's Kubert. Is it one of the Kubert boys? Yes, I think it's Andy or Joe Kubert's kids, who are really good. I wonder why. Oh, why I like Wonder Woman? Because Wonder Woman's badass. So anyway, let's kick this thing off. Enough talking. We're going to talk more. Yeah. Let's kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news.
So we're just going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. There was a new Smash character that was announced this week, and I've been telling you bitches that it was gonna be from Suikoden, and I was right. I was totally right. Yeah, it was.
What?
Yeah, it was. I wasn't.
Hold on. Let's. Okay, look. I know. It's process. Acceptance. I'm sure there was anger. And then, you have to go through the denial, which is, we're in denial now. I need you to accept this and just talk the news like you should.
Fine.
Do it. All right.
The new Smash character is not from Suikoden, but it is from Square Enix. That is right. We get Sora, the one character that everyone in their family has been screaming for, we now have. And to all of the haters, your tears sustain me. Because quite literally, it's a character in a video game, and you don't have to get him if you don't want him. Just saying. But also, anyone that didn't see Sora even making it into Smash period hasn't actually been paying attention, because he is I think he's one of the most requested characters, or the most. I'm not 100 on which one. But it's Sora. Plus, it is the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts, which means that I did have to go find my walker to get over here and take my... I was probably 14 when I played Kingdom Hearts, but it hadn't been out for very long. So,
Could this trailer have been more dramatic, though?
I know, it was so good, but it does further my belief that being a Keyblade wielder means nothing, because Mario can wield Keyblades. So...
Also, it cost Nintendo a whole lot of money for that mouse symbol right there.
Oh yeah, the one mouse symbol. We did get a look at some of the stages that would be in, that are gonna come with Kingdom Hearts, and absolutely none of them have any Disney characters whatsoever in them. They've been replaced with Palpu fruit and some other things, and characters have been moved around, and that's fine. I have one complaint.
That Sora's in it? I'm sorry.
No, I'm actually fine with Sora being in it. I love Sora. His alternate color isn't Roxas, and I'm just personally offended by that, because...
I'll make sure I submit a story later.
But
How dare you?
I'm also not gonna bother Sakurai for anything, because he's done way too much already, and at this point, I think he just wants people to be
So this is it. This is the final character since 2018, when this rolled out in December.
Yep.
Which I bought, and still love Smash Bros. Ultimate, but it's where do we go from here? I'm ready to play Sora.
Oh yeah. I need all of you to think about this, because this is what makes me really excited, and this is one of the reasons that while I don't play Smash very often, I love Smash Brothers. You are going to get to kick Sephiroth's ass with a Keyblade again.
Again?
Well, I mean, you can in Kingdom Hearts.
Absolutely.
But also, Ganondorf. Can you imagine taking down the Gerudo King of Evil with a Keyblade? An oversized house key. He gets defeated by an oversized house key. How great is that? I mean, you could also do it with literally a house plant, too. And that's also great.
I understand why this trailer was so dramatic, because it is the final entry. Also, a couple things. You can buy this. It'll be on Fighter Pack 11. It will be available, I believe it is, hang on, I got the date, because I wrote a story for this, supercoolnerdshow.com. You can get Sora for download on October 18th as part of Challenger Pack 11. He'll cost you $5.99, or you get the Fighter Pass Volume 2. You can get for $30. You can get everything. You get 9 tracks from Kingdom Hearts. But if you have a save file from Kingdom Hearts, you get an extra track.
Ooh.
How are you going to get a save file from Kingdom Hearts on the Nintendo Switch Core?
I think I got an idea.
How? I'm sorry, go ahead. Elaborate.
They're going to be releasing Kingdom Hearts for the Switch via the cloud. And that is all of the games.
This is a big download. Ooh, boy,
Yeah.
expand your memory.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, actually, this is spontaneous, mostly because I forgot about it. Like, I'd already had my hype about it. I'll talk about it after we finish the Kingdom Hearts story. But I had to get that out there so that you remember it.
So cool. Yeah, look for that October 18th. And last, it's bad. I feel like the journey is kind of over. Like, who's getting into Smash, you know? Like, no more speculative talk. No more crazy people talking about Suikoden characters getting up in Smash. But, you know, the journey is over. And it kind of makes me sad a little bit.
See, that journey is over. But there's always going to be another door open that we get to go through. Which we learned in Kingdom Hearts.
When are we getting Smash Brothers 2? I'm ready for the sequel now. Let's do this. Anyway. So cool. Yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm glad it's Sora. And Doom Guy gets no love.
It's alright. You get to fight people with the power of friendship and an oversized house key.
I'd rather fight them with a shotgun. And violence.
Oh, if you want violence, then Sephiroth's literally right here.
Yeah, he is kind of a psychopath. Anyway.
I mean, they made us think that he stabbed Mario in his trailer.
Wow. Yeah.
I loved that trailer. That's still my top favorite one.
So I want to move on to something else that is super violent, and that is we are getting a new Resident Evil series. A new Resident Evil movie. Hold on, I got to get my notes up on it. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. So this is. I want to go ahead and just run that trailer real. I'm trying to like do things and like do other things and run the trailer.
It's all right. It's all right. We're getting back in the swing of things.
I know, right?
We're gonna have fun being loosey goosey.
All right, let's run that trailer. Here we go.
Every story has a beginning. Discover the origin of evil.
Why are you back here, Claire? Your conspiracies weren't true when we were kids. They're not true now.
We need to expose Umbrella. Watch this.
I'm afraid, Claire. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do to this town. You see, Umbrella, they had an incident. I'm talking Chernobyl, if you know what I mean. People are getting sick.
Oh man, look at this.
You gotta help us,
Look
Claire.
at this.
Let the world know what's really going on.
I know Resident Evil movies the past few years have just been terrible. They've been terrible. I'm gonna admit it. They have sucked. I honestly
We have
thought
to
that
contain this.
Shall we go?
Claire Redfield.
What were Umbrella doing here?
This is where they're experimenting on him.
And Avon
Split up.
Josie. So we're getting all the classic and actually kind of moved down in one. So what's the giant umbrella corporation? Raccoon City is now a giant.
We gotta get out of here.
We're gonna take Umbrella down.
You know what? I'm not gonna question why because I'm here for it. I'm here for this trend just because I think it's fun, and because they are still picking songs that thematically work, to a point. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? That's perfect for a zombie movie because that's what I'm asking 90% of the time.
And I'm loving Spike's production from the chat. This is like RE7 level backstory. Absolutely. November 24th. Get ready. Coming from Sony, this will be released in theaters. I don't know if this is getting a digital release at all. I know this is strictly with Sony, so yeah, gotta go to the theaters. They have been working on this since 2017, okay? And finally, it looks like it's... I feel more comfortable with this Resident Evil movie than I have ever, because I hated those W.S. Anderson movies, and I've watched all of them. They were terrible. This looks great. The monsters look great. It looks gory. This is the Resident Evil I have wanted. Yep, it is only going to be released theatrically by Sony Pictures. It was actually, it was originally supposed to be released September 3rd.
Oh.
And then September 9th. They kept pushing it back. They're probably waiting for things like the theaters. The theaters are actually starting to show some life in the box office. I mean, I went to go see Venom. I went to a showing. There weren't a lot of people at. It looks like people still aren't confident to go to the theaters, but I saw quite a few people in Venom too. I absolutely will be going to see this, and look for a review on supercoolnerdshow.com. I'm glad everybody in the chat loves this because you know me. I love Resident Evil.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
So finally, it just feels right. Is this we keep saying like we live in a golden age of nerdistry, but every year it gets better. Because with me being so excited for Resident Evil finally being portrayed right on the silver screen, there's something else that we're both excited for. And this is kind of old. Actually, it's been recurring news on this show, to be completely truthful. And since we were off when this showed, I think that we should go ahead and, Cora, please lead us into while I get all of the numbers and everything.
Yeah.
So go right ahead.
So, just in case you didn't know what we were alluding to, I'm just going to give you a little hint. 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
I got it. I'm gonna run it here.
Cowboy Bebop for Netflix. The live action series is coming, and I'm really excited about it. Like I've been tentatively excited, but kind of on the fence with it, just because I'm so nervous when people make live action adaptations of anime. And like the Death Note movie really didn't help.
Get everybody in the stuff.
But
okay,
just
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
They are still signing.
When I saw this, I had a mixture of there was a tear or two.
Yeah.
But it was also extreme happiness. They look great. And also, not only are we seeing some good representation for the original, just jet running made me,
Yeah.
Julia, we've seen that was Cambria. Seeing the sword lifting off from the deck, and I gotta admit, the only thing that we have not seen yet let me down here.
Oh no. And like if you're watching the trailer, you see the little like control button being pressed, which is definitely a nod to Ed, which means that either like this is all speculation. I'm going to put that right here in this little box. This part is speculation for sure. Either they have not cast her yet for season 1 and she will show up like towards the end or something, or she's going to show up in season 2 and they're just giving us a little tease.
And I'd be fine with that because what we're seeing so far, it looks so good. So November 19th, 2021 on Netflix. It is a Friday. It's basically going to be released like that at like 2 a.m. right after we do the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to call in sick. 10 episodes is what we'll be getting in season 1. I really hope that I'm just gonna put this out there. We don't have to end like the series ended. Maybe we could just keep this going. All original news stories. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean,
John Cho broke his leg for this. Let's just keep it going, okay?
yeah.
And
he understood the assignment. Everyone here understood the assignment. Can we reward that?
and anyone out there still complaining about Daniela Pineda's costume, get over it. Come on.
Y'all.
We were not going to be able to make Faye's costume work. Or whatever that it was that Faye wore.
Like, okay, so I love Faye's original costume in the anime. I've also seen people in real life wear it because I go to conventions. Mm-hmm. And every single one of those people, while they look fantastic, are not comfortable in that costume. Not because it's so revealing, but because the costume itself is just uncomfortable to wear. And for film, which is including TV, it wouldn't really work. And I think what they've done for it instead still works. Like, it's still sexy. She still has shorts. She just has leggings with them. She still has a lower cut shirt. Like, go be mad. Go touch some grass or something.
Yeah. Adrienne Barbeau is going to be in there as Maria Murdoch.
Ooh.
But we're getting Pierre LaFaux. We saw him. Chalmers. It's just Abdul Hakim. The guy with the coffin.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I didn't know Christopher Yost, famous writer from X-Men, is the screenwriter on this.
Oh.
Yeah. He wrote Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, one of my favorite Avengers shows and probably the best show. He's written X-23, New X-Men, X-Force, Scarlet Spider. He was he screen wrote for Thor Ragnarok as well. So yeah, this is his doing here. Oh, he wrote for The Mandalorian too. That's right. So yeah, we're in good hands. I didn't know Christopher Yost was involved. Which X-Men? He wrote X-23, Target X, New X-Men, X-Force, and he also wrote Scarlet Spider. I think we're in good hands.
Oh yeah.
Is there another show that after seeing all that's happened with Cowboy Bebop, have you felt so much confidence going into?
Not
like,
really.
I don't even feel like that wary, like, please be good. I don't feel that going into the show.
I think part of that is because they picked a show to turn into a live action that doesn't need a lot of fancy special effects. Like, it's not like Dragon Ball Z or Yu Yu Hakusho where you also have to, like, animate magic constantly and magic effects and speed lines and, like, all of these things. You don't have to do that in every single episode.
Oh, good point.
Half of the episodes from Cowboy Bebop are on the ship.
But it's going to take a strong cast, though.
It's going to take a strong cast, and honestly, I'm pretty confident with this cast.
Yeah.
Like, just from the trailer, I have a lot more confidence because they obviously understand the filming style. They obviously understand the characters. And it's very clear that the people that are working on this love the original show.
Yeah, them releasing just this opening sequence, it's like when they're able to lick the batter off the spoon for the cake.
Not even just the spoon. No. The mixers, the beaters.
You get the beaters. Okay.
Yeah, you get the spatula and the beaters.
I'm so ready. So ready. Oh man. Okay. All right. Moving on. I don't know how we're gonna move on. I can't wait for Cowboy Bebop. So one of the things that I love in life is Star Wars. One thing that I grew up always was reading the Star Wars Expanded Universe books, and recently Star Wars has started turning out a lot more books. Right now, I'm reading the Star Wars. Well, I've been reading Alphabet Squadron, which I love the ships in Star Wars. But also, they started going into some of the way before Jedi stuff and the High Republic, when the Jedi were at their most powerful. So they recently made an announcement. Like I said, if you haven't read any of the High Republic books, go read them. They're really good, and it's a fresh story that I can get into. That's why I love these books. They expanded the Star Wars universe. Well, we're going to get more expanding of the Star Wars universe. We're going back to a formula that works. Lucasfilm has announced that new Star Wars books will be now made starring some classic characters. The first one will be Adam Christopher's Star Wars Shadow of the Sith. It's coming out June 28th, 2022. This takes place between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. Set sometime before he exiled himself, which we have a lot of ground to cover on this, the novel will show Luke Skywalker plagued by visions of the dark side's resurgence. Lando informs him of a new Sith threat. Their search ultimately leads them to the planet of Exegol, the site of Emperor Palpatine's controversial resurrection in The Rise of Skywalker. It's going to shed some new light on some things that we saw in the 3 new movies. Lando's daughter, Sith assassin Ochi, who we got kind of a brief thing, but also we will be seeing a new novel, Star Wars Brotherhood. This one's going back to Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin's first battles during the Clone Wars. And then a new anthology of Star Wars Jedi and Sith. This will be aimed at more teen readers and everything. Of course, let's get all the kids involved in this. And this will be a collection of short stories. And then also Star Wars Padawan, which is going to focus on Obi-Wan during his time training with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Ooh.
I am for every single one of these coming out because, like I said, I grew up reading more about Star Wars. I had the 3 movies. That was it. So the books were always my more Star Wars. It wasn't on TV. There wasn't a toy line or anything. I only had novels. And I've thoroughly enjoyed what they've been producing so far. The new High Republic books are excellent. I highly recommend them. I probably should start reviewing those on a certain website.
Yeah. Could that website be...
supercoolnerdshow.com. But yes, go check out some of the books, and because it's only going to get better. Clearly, the formula has been working.
Yeah.
And anything, especially, we've never had a shortage really of kids' books for Star Wars. Maybe the preteen era, but you know what? Some of these books I've been reading, they're perfect for preteens anyway.
Yeah.
But we're the adults that we grew up on Star Wars, so we're going to read these books. But yeah, absolutely fantastic time to be a Star Wars nerd. And I mean, with no movies on the horizon, but plenty of TV shows on Disney Plus. Bring forth more literature, and I will read all of it. Anyway,
yes.
Corey, you got this next one.
All right. So this is the one I didn't have a picture for because I thought about it.
One.
I just need a Nintendo Switch logo. Because this is the one thing that I got from the Nintendo Direct that I lost my mind over. And that is the Nintendo 64 emulator will be coming to Nintendo Switch Online. So if you already have it, you'll just be adding some money to your current subscription to also have the Nintendo 64 addition to it. Which, by the way, Jason, I will gladly pay that extra bit every month to play this.
I mean, I already entered you in as like a family member on mine, so you shouldn't even have to do that.
I know, I'm just letting you know because I don't know if you're going to play it, but I would like to play this.
It's family. You can play it if you want to.
You don't have this yet, though. This is being added for an extra price.
Oh, it's not going to be covered with the family plan I'm already on?
Nope, it is going to be extra. We don't know by how much, but it's estimated to be an extra 10 to 20 a month. Or to the subscription, whatever.
But 64 simulator.
Yeah, 64 simulator.
Okay,
and
so I'm good. I'll pay.
And they're also going to be releasing for $50 a Nintendo 64 controller, so you can play it how you originally played it to begin with. Which I'm already just going to be dropping that money. I just want to do that. Do
I really want to go backwards on that though?
I have my original Nintendo 64.
Uh-huh.
I do still have that, and I still have the games that I played, except for like 2 that I still can't find because no one played those. It's very difficult to play them on a modern TV because you need a special converter in order to convert your TV basically backwards, which kind of sucks.
Do we have a list of the games on this?
Yes, we do, actually.
Oh, well, please, because they're asking for it in the chat.
All right. So these are the games that will be available at launch. There will be others added later. At launch, you will get Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart 64. So, you can end your friendships again. Star Fox 64, Sin and Punishment, Dr. Mario 64, Mario Tennis 64, Win Back, and Yoshi's Story.
Okay, so we're starting out just kind of we did with the Nintendo and Super Nintendo emulator on the Switch.
These are the games that we have confirmed that will be added later. I think it's like a few months later. Pokemon Snap, Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask, Kirby 64: The Crystal Shards, Mario Golf, Paper Mario. Yes, I love Paper Mario. F-Zero X, and this one is the surprising one, Banjo-Kazooie.
Ooh.
I can finally play Banjo-Kazooie.
Wow. Okay. Okay. This is one of those situations where I don't need to know the price. I will throw the money at you. I don't need to know how much it costs. You're gonna get your money.
We also have a Sega Genesis emulator coming as well. I don't think this one is extra, but don't quote me on that. This is something they added afterwards. And here are all the games that will be available for that. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage 2, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Musha, Phantasy Star 4, Restar, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master, and Strider. And as like with the Nintendo 64 controller and all the other emulators prior, there will be a Genesis controller sold as well to play. Again, we don't have a full release date on this yet. All we have is late October. So later this month. Later this month I can finally play Zelda again.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Like, again, this is the news this is the only thing I took from the Nintendo Switch Direct, honestly. Because it's something I've been waiting for. Specifically with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. It is no secret on this show that those are two of my absolute favorite games. I grew up playing those. I remember getting the first one on Christmas. And my sister and I would take turns that was the first time we actually shared a game, like, without fighting with each other. Because we would just sit there and watch each other play. And it was great. I have a lot of great memories tied to those games. I got really excited when they came out with them for the 3DS. I was a little disappointed with Majora's Mask 3D, but I won't get into that here. But I am very excited that they are going to be coming to the Switch, and that means that I can once again play Zelda a bunch, and now I can also play Paper Mario on the bus, and I'm very excited about that.
Life is good.
Life is so good.
I'm actually out of stories, so anything else from here, I'm just gonna there's one that I'll be joining in on with you, I'm sure.
Yes. Let me go ahead and get my other, excited piece out of the way, because
I think I'm running something for this, so yeah.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and get that one out of the way.
Joke.
So, I actually do have a Suikoden story tonight. I made the joke, but I actually do have a Suikoden story, which Jason didn't believe me.
No, I didn't.
So, there was a PSP game released back in 2014-ish called Suikoden Woven Web of the Century. It was only released in Japan, so English speakers never got that. Twisted Feet translated version of again, this is Spanish translation, it's not an official release, but it will be available for PPSSD emulator, and I believe there's a way to download it to real hardware as well. So, people get to play this game and very good. As far as the plot goes, this is another game like SCNS takes place in an alternate kind of universe, but set in the same world. The plot concerns the main protagonist, a swordsman from a small village, and his two friends, Miura and Zeno, who are thrown back in time 100 years by a mysterious boy named Zephin. While in the past, they must train with heroes of antiquity and eventually face the Centennial Monster, a powerful being which rises every century and attempts to destroy the world.
Cora, there was actual Suikoden content on this show.
Yep. I did it.
There was new Suikoden content on this show. So for however long that we've been doing this, there is rarely new Suikoden content.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you not just like screaming your head off right now? I don't know.
Because
anyway,
when I saw the trailer for this 2 days ago, I got all of my screaming out then.
good idea.
But, like, if you couldn't tell from that trailer, the music in Suikoden is baller. I implore you at a minimum. Huh?
There is no lie there.
I implore you at a minimum to go onto YouTube and just look up any of the game's soundtracks. I highly recommend the first 3. They're great. If you need me, like, if you're one of those people that needs like lo-fi beats to study to, Suikoden. Low, calming music, it's great. But I'm very excited about this. If you haven't played a Suikoden game before and you have the PSP emulator on your computer, go for it. Support this. Maybe they'll be able to bring some of the other Suikoden games to us that were never translated or brought over here, like Suika Gaiden 1 and 2. Please.
All right. Well, the last story is yours. Well, yeah, we almost went to a full hour, but I mean, there's only 2 of us here.
Yeah.
The other guys will be back next week. Don't worry about it. But let's first talk about this. What we found out, we kind of Cora and I have been friends a while, and we don't know everything about each other because there was one day we were in a secondhand store, and they had some secondhand action figures, and one of them was one of my favorites, Ronin Warriors. To which I was pleasantly surprised to find that it was also my best friend's favorite thing. I was like, "This is you know how." This is how I usually get when we're out somewhere and I see something I like. Everything stops in that moment, and the only thing that matters is that thing. But Cora's like, "Oh, that's Sage," and I was like, "You know, Ronin Warriors!" Yeah, we were both like yelling in this store. Which, that's why we have this lovely reel of the Wildfire figure on the table, which Sage is out as well. Got to drop that money.
They're not getting my money until they release Psy.
He's
or
coming,
Rowan. Those 2 were my favorites. Of course, they were the blue ones. But no, but that means we do have some Ronin Warriors news, or Samurai Troopers, whichever you would like to call it. The company Discotech is going to be releasing the entire series on Blu-ray. And by entire series, I mean the original 39 episodes plus all of the OVAs. So all 50 episodes will be released on Blu-ray in the Japanese, but we'll have the option for the English dub as well. So if you have fond memories of the English dub, you can watch it in the English dub. Or if you're like me and just want to know what the Japanese was like, you have that option too. But it doesn't stop there. The company isn't just going to be releasing Ronin Warriors. They're also going to be releasing some more Blu-rays. Specifically, Girly Air Force is going to be released. It's going to be in Japanese with English subtitles. Cutie Honey Live. So the live action Cutie Honey series, all 26 episodes, will be released in Japanese with English subtitles. And Robo Carnival. It's the first time it will be released in 4K, but it will also have the option for the 4:3 and 16:9 presentations as well. It will also include The Memory of Robo Carnival, which was the documentary made about the show. All of these will be released on Blu-ray in December.
I think it's Cutie Honey Live action.
I know.
I want it. I do.
I mean, it looked like the only Cutie Honey thing I've ever seen was the crossover they did with Devilman.
The last time I saw that movie, I had to download it from LimeWire.
Oh God.
Yes, exactly.
How many times did you get the I did not have sexual relations with that woman speech?
I don't need to hear that.
You don't need that trauma again.
No, I don't need that trauma again. But see, if you had just made it available for me to buy, look, I'd have bought it. Because clearly, I'm gonna buy this. So
yeah.
But seriously, Ronin Warriors. It's if you watch this, if you don't know what we're talking about, just give it a try, or go on YouTube.
Actually, if you've never seen Ronin Warriors before, but you would like to,
everyone liked your comment about the anyway.
the speech.
Yes. Anyway,
you can actually go to a website called retrocrush.com and watch the entire series in English on there.
I'm kind of excited to see it in the Japanese format.
Oh, me too. I've never seen it in Japanese, and I've always been curious.
Oh.
I was actually very excited because I thought Retro Crush had it in Japanese. They do not. But that's fine. They have it in English. Also, Retro Crush's subscription is only $5 if you want to watch things without ads. It plays I think it plays like one ad right before. And then I'm sorry. No, they don't do the ads. They do like a limited library thing. But Ronin Warriors is available for everyone. So
Can't wait for that.
Watch it.
I'm buying that day one.
They also have Knights of the Zodiac movies. I'm just saying.
Well, my weekend, besides playing a lot of Metroid Dread, Saturday on twitch.tv/SCNS Live, we can finally do the episode 9 of our campaign. D&D will be back now that everyone can actually be around this place without catching the COVID.
Thank God.
It wasn't going to happen. So yeah, make sure you watch our continuing adventures. Well, we had a surprise guest star last game. Surprise guest last game.
We did. We have a surprise NPC basically in our campaign.
Also, apologies for the audio issue. I didn't know what that was until afterwards. Cass actually corrected the audio for the YouTube broadcast, so it's clear for that.
Nice.
Thank
you.
If you couldn't hear from the sound now, this is the quality you'll be having on Saturday. I did a tune job, so yeah, it's going to be a good game. Be glad to have, seeing friends again that I've missed while in lockdown and quarantine. Actually being able to go do anything. So yeah, Metroid Dread and D&D this weekend. It's going to be awesome. So maybe I'll stream a little bit of it. I can't wait. I'm going to go out and try to find it here soon. But yeah.
I'm going to see if my computer can handle that PSP emulator so I can play this weekend.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I already know it's not going to. So instead, I'm just going to scream at Skyward Sword because the controls still don't work right.
So anyway, guys, that is our show. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like us on all of our socials, facebook.com/SCNS Live, Twitter and Instagram @SCNS Live, and of course, go to supercoolnerdshow.com for news and stories and reviews and all that stuff that we put up there, including rebroadcasts of our YouTube channel. But if you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram @JasonTheX. Cora.
If you want to follow me for anything that is art-related or Suikoden related, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter @KoroDonoArt, KORODONO Art, all one word. If you want to follow me for things that are more Final Fantasy XIV related, such as screenshots and stuff, you can follow me on Twitter @chaotic_noodle.
All right. And of course, if you're watching this video now, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm find us and everything. And thank you for joining us out there. And until next week, guys,
Keep on nerding.